Yo, can you hear me?
Yeah, we're up.
All right. Okay, so we're gonna continue from where we left off. I want to remind you that I set up the git ignore. Do you know what git ignore is?
No.
Okay, so let's see real quick. Nice. Okay. Yo, Michael, can you see it?
Let's go ahead and check it out. Git ignore.
Yeah. So git ignore is can be added as config whenever you commit. Then you're telling git to just ignore these files that so that they're not added to the commit. Do you remember what Git is?
GitHub.
So GitHub is that is integrated with Git, and you can commit and store everything in GitHub. So that's where it's like, if you want to think about it, like your database where you're storing your repository and copies of your repository and all the versions of it, they're going to be stored in GitHub. But there's other sites that you could use instead of GitHub to store of your repository, just using GitHub.
I don't know if it's because you're sharing
Now,
your high quality stream or not, but your
but Git,
computer's chugging. Like your audio and your video are uh you're stuttering a lot. Your voice is choppy.
okay. All right, I'm gonna stop sharing my screen then.
It's gonna mess up.
Let me reshare and see if.
Okay, go ahead.
All right.
Yeah, it says the stream you're viewing currently has reduced video or audio quality. This may be due to network conditions.
We are talking from Boston to Japan, but I also know that my computer is lagging. So for sure, my resources are. I definitely have to get the other computer. See.
You there?
I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I haven't heard you in like 10 seconds, 15 seconds.
What I was saying was that
Yeah.
my computer definitely has a high load. Discord is telling me that your system has a high load.
Yeah, I see.
You're sick. I definitely have to get the other computer. Uh, Precision Masters. Okay. Okay. Let's do something. For the sake of this, is it okay if I take off my camera and then I'll just share the stream and see if that balances it out?
Okay, but if we do that, I think we just might have to skip the stream for today because it'll mess up the whole thing and won't be able to see
Okay,
what's
then
going on.
let me try to share my screen then,
Or actually, I can do it, but then
even if it's low.
I'll just omit my face as well. We can make it work. Yeah, if you turn off your camera, I'll turn off my face as well, and then it should work.
All right, we'll do it for this time. Share screen.
There we go.
Okay. Let me know. Can you see my screen?
Yeah,
Stream?
yeah, I can see it.
Yeah, it's a lot better
Yeah,
now.
I think the quality's better.
Hopefully.
Yeah, compared to last time. Yeah, it's definitely better. It's
Okay.
legible.
Cool. All right. So let me just recap this on Git real quick. So basically, Git is going to be the way that you version your repository, so that whenever you want to go back to a certain point, you can just go to that snapshot. That commit. So when you save a game, you have a checkpoint. Same
Right.
concept.
So
And
you're just adding to it, but you're
the
not
thing is that
executing that portion.
we're adding to it, and then you can go back to a certain part, to a certain commit in the past, and then all the files are going to be as if they were in that particular moment there. Like I can pull it to that moment or whenever I want, and then it's not only, don't imagine it only as a single branch though, as a single line of history. Rather, you can make branches that stem apart. You can build features that are not all aligned, and then you can merge them back into a single commit. We're not going to go into any of that. I'm just letting you know that you can go and do like a lot more complex like stuff in that form.
Mm.
So we're going to try to keep it simple. Really, what you want to do is here, and I'll add this to the README so you can have it here. So like, let me see real quick.
Where's the Z?
Where's the Z?
Kid Games.
You want kid games? Because I was thinking like if we're gonna do family games, just call it family games rather than kid games. Because that way we don't feel constrained to only making like games for kids. Rather, it can be for mama, our wives, Scarlett, so forth.
Rated M for mature.
Huh?
Rated M for mature.
Right. So basically, like whenever you're done doing any kind of like substantial work, and people like to do smaller commits and, rather than larger. I just forget to commit as often, so I do it with larger. But we do something like here we do git commits. So do a block here. You want to do git add dot, which will stage all the saved files. Okay, so whenever you like, there's two phases to committing the files you made, you changed. The first one is to stage them, as of saying like these are all the ones that I want to commit, because sometimes you don't want to commit all the files that you edited, only a certain section. Then you stage them first, and that's how you do this by just doing git add dot, and these will do all the files that are saved.
Right.
Or you can specify specific files, and then what you want to do is you'll commit all the staged files. So we'll do git commit, and then it'll prompt you to add a commit message, which summarizes what that checkpoint, what you did to that point, like what changes did you do to those files. And that way you can go back to this history and see what happened. So, for example, here, if I go to the terminal, you've seen the bottom, I do now git log. You should be able to see like the history of commits that I've done to this particular repo. So you see there's 3 commits, this one, and this one. And you can see the time they were made. This is the first one. It's the first, I said initial prototype of Animal Quiz. And then I don't know why there's another init commit and there's a merge to branch because I had only made the repo, but I didn't I didn't give it a name and set it to be the main branch. You don't worry about this. Point is, if we add another, we make another change. For example, we go to animal quiz and say we want to modify. I was gonna add a comment. Michael's the man. All right, and then we save it. You see it save. If I do get status, it'll give you a status of all the files that are staged and which ones have not been staged. So here it says the ones that have been staged that have not been staged. It'll tell you the animal quiz because I already saved it. So then if I do get add dot, now it'll stage it. So if I do the get status again, you'll see now changes to be committed, modify this one, and then we can do get commit. And then it'll prompt you, it'll open up an editor to say it's waiting for it to close the file. Really? Why do I have to close the file? That's weird. So here's the editor. So if, on the top here, the first line should have like the title of the commit, and then you leave the second line empty, and then you put a description of the commit. So here we're just gonna put, so you have to type I to start inserting, because this is using Vim. Don't worry about that. Showing Michael how to commit. And, like, add a description, whatever. You just add whatever you want that describes the changes that you made in those files. If you ever want to know, like, what kind of changes you did in VS Code or Cursor in this case, you can go to this section, which is the Git. And then you see the state changes here as well. If I click on it, it'll show you line by line what are the differences from the last commit to this commit. And you'll see that there's this addition of these 2 lines that were added. So that way you can kind of address your message to be descriptive. This is mostly useful whenever you're working in teams. So whenever you put in a change and someone else is going to revise your work, they can get a sense of what you did based on your commit message, and then look at the files and what you changed. And then they will give you feedback on that.
Right.
So now, save the file with WQ $WQ and Vim will save the file. Don't worry about this. And now it will commit. So we do git log again. And we're going to get started with the project. This is the last thing. I just wanted to show you this. Oh yeah, so we haven't actually. So now the commit is saved locally. So it's saved within my computer, but it's not in GitHub. Because I'm linked this to GitHub already, if I do git push, it'll then send my changes, my commits, to GitHub.
Okay.
I guess I have to add that to the README. We do send changes, commits to, it's called remote origin. So remote origin is like the source of truth of wherever you're keeping all your repositories saved. So we're storing it here. Let's do git push. And this is all you need. If you have these 3 commands, that's all you really need to know about Git to get going. There's a lot more complex stuff, but that's like enough. So now we do git log. You'll see the new commit that we just did will be at the top here. Show Michael how to commit. And if you go to GitHub, you can actually go to the files and how they were changed on a commit basis. So you get like a history of each of them. Alright, this making sense so far?
Kinda.
It's okay. Get is a bit confusing. It takes time to kind of practice it, but you just got to practice it yourself.
Yeah.
So let's get started. So what do we have in the lists so far
Yeah.
to work on right now?
Yeah. We don't got much time today. Like I got like 20 more minutes, but let's try to do this. So I have
Oh
a list
shit.
here, and I have first. I know we talked about this last time. Well, I guess let's not just go through the whole list because we want to go over fixes first, right? Of things that we kind of saw that were kind of buggy.
Sure.
Before we
Bring the
add new
first one up.
things. So something I noticed. So if you can go ahead and execute it, just I want to see like the game itself, so I can show you.
Okay. Let me see. What was it? Was it Veet? Do we have it? Was it Veet Run Dev? Was that what it was called? Let me see. Maybe? No, that's not. It's not Veet. Was it npm run dev?
I remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but not from last time. But I just remember that.
Okay, let's see. All right, this setting up. So have you noticed scripts here? Um, we have three different scripts that we can run currently set up by ourselves, which are dev, build, and preview. So if you do npm run and the name of the script, it'll run whatever the definition of it is here.
Yeah.
So I could have just pretty much written just Vite, and I think it would have worked as well. Or npx Vite, whatever. Okay, so let's open up the browser. Can you see the browser?
Yes.
Okay.
I love it, like as your computer was opening Google Chrome, your voice started crackling again. Can
Is it
you
good now?
see that browser? Like, yeah, I can see it now. It's loading. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so the first thing is
So what the?
so go ahead and click on dog, for example, right? Did you see that? Did you read like
Yeah.
armadillo, something else? So go ahead and click, and then notice like as you click on it, a bunch of different names just like pop up like twice. You see
Yeah,
that?
yeah, yeah. I see what you.
That looks
Yeah.
kind of, we want to fix that. So I don't know
Okay,
exactly.
so let's.
Yeah,
Okay, so I am tempted to go and see what the code looks like for this, but since we're vibe coding, we're just gonna have it fix it for us.
yeah,
So let's see. There is like in animal quiz as does it happen with like the wrong option?
yeah. So
Okay,
just
as an option
whenever you select an option, it just
selected
randomly pops up different names like uh yeah, just randomly
different
pops up
names
names, yeah,
randomly pop up
for a split moment.
for a moment before the next uh
Set of
trivia.
options.
Next, okay, before the next set of options. Please fix it. It's just here like that.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see.
Dude, this is crazy that you can do this now.
Yeah, dude.
When has this like how long has this been a thing?
Cursor has cursor itself. I don't know. It's like I think they started 2022, 2023, but it wasn't as good as this. Like you couldn't have agents do stuff like what we're doing right now because remember we're in agent mode.
Right.
We're just doing a bunch of commands and going through a bunch of different files simultaneously. This is something I would say that has gone to this level of quality within the last 6 months. And that's when like vibe coding just even became a term, like 5 months ago.
Crazy.
Huh? There's an error. Let's see what it says. So, what is it doing? Import the mapping. The glitch where options randomly pop up before the next set is now fixed. Here's what was changed. The options are now disabled during the result feedback when a correct or wrong answer is shown and during the game over state. The options are only reshuffled when the animal changes, so they won't glitch between selections. Additionally, the animal sound feature is now integrated. It added the
Oh,
feature.
that's cool.
Supposedly, well, there's an error. Let's just accept and let's see what happens. Let's check if there's any kind of problems. I don't have any errors popping up. Why is this
It might be the sound
saying?
bank thing.
Does the file exist? Sound doesn't exist.
That's why. It's okay. Let's
I
just run it
wonder
without the
why.
sound for now. It probably just created the sound folder.
Uh, okay. Sounds. Here, I don't know why I'm editing this. Let me. The thing is, if I remove these things,
Yeah, don't
I don't want to touch the code. I don't want to touch the
just
code.
run it. Let's see how it goes.
I can't run it. It's failing here because it thinks that sounds exists.
Just tell
So
him.
I'm gonna say sounds file doesn't exist. Come on, bro. What are you doing?
You're just telling him. You're not telling him what to do about it.
Yeah. Oh, it's mapping them.
Oh,
I don't know how good an idea it is.
we'll see.
I guess so. It looks like it's the same name. Like it's the same file every time.
Maybe
It's the same file.
it's the sound for like correct or incorrect instead of like the
I
actual.
don't think so.
Okay.
No. If we go to sounds, hidden audio element, audio source. Who knows? We'll just go with it. Sure, bro. Oh, it's still okay. So what's the next thing after we fix this one?
Well, when I played through it, I would get like I think after level 50 maybe. Okay, so first it's not randomized, so it's always the same order for the animals as far as I know. Second thing, once
Right.
I went past a certain threshold, like I think it was like level 50 something, I just wouldn't get an image. It might be an error with the database of like the extension we have. Um, I'm not sure.
See. Give me a sec. It says setting context. Okay, I'm just gonna copy this file. I'm just gonna copy the error. It's like it's adding. Wait, what happened? Can that work? Copy. It's like referencing it from here, I guess. The console. What happened? What's generating it? Yeah, I guess this is an issue. Like it's referencing things that don't exist for some reason. Like it
Mm.
should make sure that whatever it's saying is added. It's fine. Like it shouldn't be hard for it to add it, but this is a bit weird. Created a settings context, settings provider. All right, that's all good. Let's see if it got unstuck. React icons. Gosh, bro. It's installing React icons. Hopefully, it doesn't install a bug on like a virus on my computer.
You're donezo.
I guess that's another thing to consider. Security concerns from this. Because it just knows, oh, it can look up and see these libraries exist, but there's a lot of them that have security concerns. Like it's not recommended you're just reusing packages over and over again.
Like, don't vibe too
Waiting
much.
for approval.
Approval from hosts to gain control
Run
over your PC. Run it. You see the blue screen of death.
Run it. Running terminal command. It's cool you can run terminal commands from the chat. We need to set up some Spotify like music or the thing is that you can't, because of copyright stuff, you can't really do whichever music you want on YouTube, can you?
Well, they have royalty-free music.
Yeah, but it probably sucks.
You mean about for the game or for the stream?
No, for the stream.
For the stream, dude. I mean, I don't really care if I get a copyright strike. I can play something right now.
You think they just don't, like they wouldn't, like it's only a monetization question, it's not a banning question, like they wouldn't ban you?
Okay, let me just look up. I just look up royalty-free bangers on Spotify. Let me see what. Here we go. Yo, this is cringe.
I can't hear your computer's audio though. Can you share it? Okay, it installed React icons. Let's see.
Yeah, nah.
Sucks.
Yeah. It's like meme
Let me
music.
rerun. Okay, let's see. Let me refresh the page. Okay.
Let's see.
He look like, what is his name, bro? White flipper little penguin. If I click dog,
Did it fix it?
it's still glitching. No,
Wait, do it again.
it's still glitching.
Yeah. I think it's just trying to
Dude,
process it. I don't know. It's weird.
no, it's not trying to process it. Here, we could try to figure it out. Um, so here's animal quiz. Here, we should fix at least. Let's have it fixed in the meantime. Um, randomize the order of the animals that are quizzed. Currently, they are in the same order every time.
Every goddamn time.
Randomize it. So let's see. So if we go down to animal quiz, whenever we click on one of the buttons, here's the handle select. If we go to the this callback function, it checks if it's game over return. If the option is a name, animal name, set the score up by 1. Oh. Keeps on doing changes. Wait, set timeout. Okay, let's accept this. Let's see if it works. Okay. Alright, so the fact that it already brought up a new one, that's a good thing. Because it didn't start. Like if I refresh the page, it's not going to start with like lion. Drill? Since when did we like put a thing into the list? I thought it was only animals.
Dude, what is that?
Drill? What is this?
Wait, click on drill?
Drill. What is this?
We might have to use that.
Ooh.
We might have to restart from the last time we. I think we messed up the code too much.
We broke it.
Yeah, we broke it.
Patas monkey. Huya.
It's a tui.
Hui.
That's a panda.
These are bats.
Oh.
Eagle.
Actually, just try to get
Ew.
them right, and then I'll show you the other bug. Just keep going.
Okay. Cheetah. I'll use to randomize.
Yeah.
Serval.
I don't even know that one.
Suppose he's a mouse. But it's a hamster. Platypus.
That one's hard for kids.
This is not. See, look, what is this?
That's
Look, there's a name.
fossa.
There is this. It is a fossa, but that's a thing. Like it did. There is an animal called fossa. So, but the picture just doesn't match. Like it's. We got to make sure that the API is grabbing specifically
Right.
animals. Like we can like filter them by animal
Patas
as a
monkey.
tag. Or something. Patas monkey. Okay, fine. What's the next one?
Just keep going. I'm showing you the bug. Just keep going. This is hard, actually. This is
Saki monkey.
Doña Juana.
Yeah, what? Very nice. You know what I wanted to do too? I wanted to see if we can have it like, we can give it like a color scheme, and maybe just make it more kid friendly. Because this is kind of depressing.
And bigger.
Yeah.
Just keep going.
Like,
Keep going.
improve the style.
Keep going. Keep going. Keep going.
Galapagos penguin. Skunk. Maybe it was your network. Like it didn't download the picture.
You should no. Like keep going. You'll see what I mean.
Humboldt penguin. Hooyah!
It's a huya.
Hooyah!
Yellow.
What the heck?
Yellow-eyed penguin, probably.
Right. Pigeon. Zebra. Magellanic little penguin.
Donkey.
Donkey. Crocodile. Donde. Squirrel. Giraffe.
There's
Dude,
so many
this is
penguin
gonna take
types.
forever.
There we go.
Okay,
You
we got
jinxed
it.
it.
So let me see something. Uh, will this work? Okay, so can you see my screen? Oh, I guess we'd have to reproduce it. We can't do it. We don't have any logs, do we? No. Uh, I guess we'd have had to have this open because we could have logged what it was trying
Right.
to
Should do another one. Let's see.
look for.
Wait, keep it open.
Oh,
Because it should just keep giving you the error. At least that's what happened with
oh,
me.
you think from here on out it'll
But then
keep
again, it was
happening?
in order last time, right? So maybe, I don't know. Just keep going.
Okay, we're gonna do 10 rec. Or I'm gonna try a false one.
Yeah.
It's probably 10 rec. Why?
So remember,
Not too
even if you
long?
get it wrong, it still goes to the next image, right?
Chin strap penguin. It's probably 10 rec.
Do Tenrik? Oh, okay, yeah, so...
Okay, so once you got it right, like once it's looking for the next option, it'll obviously go and look for the image. That's why we got a network request until now. You can see query kangaroo.
Maybe there simply isn't a Tenrik image in our database that we're using.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Yeah, that's what it is. Okay, so we
Is
can
there some
fix
sort
it
of way that we
by
can just link it with Google Images, like royalty-free Google Images? Somehow.
let's ask. Instead
This is the last one
of
for now, because I gotta really go after this, by the way.
sure. Can Google Images be used? And are they okay? Let's just stick with that. Let's see what it says. Yes, you can use Google Images instead of Unsplash. However, we'll need to use a Google Custom Search API, which requires an API key and a custom search engine ID. Let me help you set this up. Like, we're gonna have to go and get an API key for Google.
That's fine, that's fine.
I guess it's Google.
You have to make sure it's royalty-free, though.
Yeah. I mean, I think that if they're in, I don't know if they're in Google, they're technically royalty free.
There's a way to search in Google Images for royalty-free.
Is that a question or
No, I'm telling you.
an assertion? Then yeah, we should be able to filter them. Okay, so you want to do this right now?
I don't know how long it'll take to set it up. I really gotta get going because it's getting late.
Yeah,
here. But next time we can.
All right.
Go and fix
Next time
that.
we'll be a little bit. We'll do a bit quicker.
And let's try to fix the
screen.
camera problem.
Yeah, I gotta get the other computer anyways. All right, man.
I'm just gonna go ahead and end the stream right now. See you later, guys.
Yeah, go for it.